Denver police officers arrested 18 people during protests against immigration enforcement last night. The protests were largely peaceful, with hundreds of people showing up to demonstrate, saying they were marching for their neighbors who are living in fear. However, things became tense when a smaller group of protesters tried to get onto I-25. Your reporter in Denver, Jasmine Arena, spoke to city leaders who say they have adjusted their approach since the George Floyd protests back in 2020.
With more protests expected in the coming days, law enforcement officials are urging calm but promising to listen. As for demonstrators, they want to get their message across peacefully. What began as a peaceful demonstration escalated Tuesday night. Protesters marched through downtown, temporarily blocking traffic and clashing with police.
They're shooting pepper bullets.
Video from a protester that goes by the name A Busy shows the minute law enforcement launched pepper balls into the crowd.
There's always the ones that want to be a little extremist, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think the people's heart are here in peace.
The smoke the people saw was just that. It's smoke. It has no irritant quality to it at all, and that's sort of the first thing that we do after issuing a number of warnings.
Denver police say they made several arrests, citing assault and disobedience to lawful orders. But unlike the protests of 2020, the department says it's now more strongly focused on de-escalation.
We're not just indiscriminately, using tear gas, and there are some tools that we've just completely taken offline because we recognize that they're not safe.
A lot of the police here are kind of in uncomfortable situations. They're just responding to what they have to.
Only a handful of protesters engaged in violent demonstrations. Community organizer Tim Hernandez emphasizes the point of Tuesday's protest is to stand in solidarity with Los Angeles and those against the deployment of military enforcement at demonstrations.
I think that the point of any protest is to be heard.
Despite it all, Denver's police chief understands why people now want to exercise their First Amendment right.
We don't think that what is going on in this country is right. We encourage people to come down and peacefully demonstrate. We will do all that we can to make sure that it's safe.
In Denver, Jasmine Arenas covering Colorado First.